Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review we're looking at the McFarlane Halo 4 Series 2 Orange Scout figure. It's the Spartan 4 obviously, and it's a pretty good looking figure. I do like it, and it's one of the 3 figures that's showing up at Walgreens. So far we've had Master Chief with Cortana, the exclusive CIO, and then the Orange Scout. But the good news is, if you haven't found those yet, or if you're looking for more of the figures, Big Bad Toy Store now has them in stock, so click the link in the description and order away. They have all of them, including the Didact. I should have reviews for those up fairly soon, hopefully within a week or so, so stay tuned for those as well. Okay, let's talk about the figure. He stands, as expected, about 5.5 inches tall. Basically the same height as all of the other Halo 4 Spartans, so nothing new there. Same standard articulation, double ball jointed head, ball hinge shoulder, swivel at the torso, ball hinge elbow, ratcheted. Shoulders are supposedly ratcheted too, but doesn't work that well. And then these are swiveled at the bicep and the forearm. The wrist is a ball hinge as well, swivels at the hand and the forearm. Torso is on a double ball peg just like the neck. Could have a little bit better range of motion, but it's probably good enough. The hips are either single or double ball peg, but technically there's no range of motion really, other than a standard like old school Ninja Turtle hip style ball peg. So there's not much to talk about there. It's basically just a swivel and then just the tiniest little bit of a range of motion. Yeah, it's not the best. It's definitely not a good situation for the hip. The knees are ball hinges, so there's the ratchet going this way, and then it swivels at the thigh, and then the ankle is the same as the wrist, essentially, where it's ratcheted hinge with the swivel at the shin and in the foot. And then lastly we have just a standard ball peg for the toe, which has minimal range of motion, but it's enough to get the figure in some decent poses. The paint on this guy, as is common with the McFarlane Halo figures, the light colors with the battle damage or wear marks ends up just looking kind of like a sloppy paint job, but he still does look good overall. There are some nice details, including these white lines that go down the side. Those are painted fairly well, and then all of the little armor details like the logo there, the UNSC across the abdomen, the helmet emblem there. So I mean, there's definitely some good stuff going on, and generally it's a good paint application. It's just kind of misleading to have the wear marks and the black washes and the silver dry brushing on top of the light colors. It just makes it look a little sloppy. Similar type of situation with this guy, but like I said, it's still pretty good. He does come with an accessory. It is the, oh my gosh, what's it called? Sticky detonator. Jeez, I couldn't think of it for a second. So it's nicely detailed. He holds it pretty well. There's no trigger guard, so once you get his hand up there, it looks like he's holding it just right, and he pretty much is. So that's nice. It does have a hole in it for the weapons peg, which I have in his hip right here. So that comes out, obviously. You can put the gun on there. Same weapons peg that goes in the back for the other weapons. And it's just a nice accessory. Decent paintwork, really good sculpt. So that's pretty cool. This one has the silver visor, which looks pretty nice. I do like that. And I like the general combination of the orange with the black undersuit. So it's definitely a nice looking figure. One thing I want to point out, a lot of the Halo 4 figures kind of have this thing where it looks like they're knock-kneed, where the legs kind of bow out, just like that. And obviously the different armors are different, but on this one I actually swapped the lower legs. The calves and the feet are the same, at least as far as I could tell. And well, here, I'll just show you this for now. You can kind of see on this one how you have the armor here, and then the knee joint is kind of off to the side like that. They originally were the other way, so they went in to the inside of the thigh. And I think this removes the knock-kneedness just a little bit. Obviously it's not perfect. They're still just a little bit knock-kneed, but it helps them straighten out just a little bit. And all you have to do is heat up some water. You don't want it boiling, but and do this at your own risk, and definitely don't burn yourself, so be careful. But heat up some water, and you can actually pull down on this, on the whole lower leg, and the peg that holds the hinge into the thigh come right out, and you can swap them if you want to. If not, you can leave them as normal, and you know, they're not too bad. It's not as bad on the CIO, because as you can see, the thighs or the knee joints aren't quite as far off center, and the way they peg in, it's not quite the same, so he's okay. But I thought for the Scout, it looked a little bit better to swap out the legs, the lower legs. So I did it, and you can do it too. It's fairly simple. If you don't want to, like I said, you'll be fine either way. Alright guys, there it is. There's the Orange Scout. Definitely a good figure. Not always nice to have a new Spartan for the McFarlane collection. And again, buy your Halo figures using the link below because they're in stock and ready to ship, so get them before they sell out. And stay tuned for reviews for all those figures, other figures, customs, and other good stuff. And in the meantime, keep collecting.